the channel, it's truly no holds barred in the WWE Superstars collection with Zeus and Diesel.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Superstars Series 14 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Zeus and we got Diesel. But for all your superstar needs, once again, I don't know, Walmart, maybe, eBay, probably. It's just a difficult experience getting these superstar figures. But I was fortunate enough to find these at my local Walmarts. Tracking these down, and even more difficult with this series here because they're on those SummerSlam shippers that are mostly gone from stores by now, even before SummerSlam even started. But these guys were all banged up and damaged. You can see the Zeus has seen better days. Thankfully, I am an opener, so that's okay, but it was a little bit extra hard to track down mint unpunched versions of these. But I did it. Just needing Jake and Great Muta loose and unpunched in their Chase editions, and we'll get those eventually on the channel, fingers crossed. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We got two big men right here in Diesel, of course, and Zeus. And could this be the final Zeus of the Zeus experiment with Mattel? We got an Ultimate Edition. We got an Elite. We got a Retro. We got the Superstars. I felt like there was one more. Am I missing one? There's something. But anyways, we've had a lot of his figures here, and it makes sense, of course. You got to get the most out of your molds. You got to get the most out of your signees. Have to imagine Zeus going to be no longer signed to the Mattel brand. So we got pretty much one of everything. That's the way it goes. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. A short window contract. Bust it all out there. Get it all out there. And maybe possibly similar to Great Muta, who we also unboxed in these. Check out that review. A limited time contract. Let's get as many figures as we can while we got the contract. Makes a lot of sense. But let's dive into it and let's go history first. I guess we'll start with the man called Zeus. He's ready to take on Rip, and I remember being a little kid. I love No Holds Barred, and yeah, I'm not a Hogan guy, of course, but Hogan, one of the greatest actors of a generation. Maybe not, Todd, maybe not. But I enjoyed No Holds Barred as a little kid. I was wanting to watch wrestling 24/7 when I was a little kid. So you put a movie with wrestling in it, hey, I'm sold. I don't care what it is. I even like the wrestling movie with Face. Remember Face from the A-Team? He was in that wrestling movie. I think like Iron Sheik was in it. Blassie was in it. Ric Flair was in it. Piper was in it. Yeah, it was a great movie. What was that called? I don't know. I've seen it a million times, though. I should know. But, you know, you draw a blank in the heat of the moment, of course. But looking good for old Zeus. Like I said, No Holds Barred was great. That's, for me, his most famous role. A lot of people call him Debo or something like that. I'd never seen that movie. It's just past me somewhere. Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. And the only Friday I know is, of course, during the week. But apparently there's Friday movies. But never seen them. Maybe one day. Zeus looking good right here. Superstars looking good. Classic Zeus outfit there. And as a little kid, I was at Saturday Night's Main Event when Hogan and Bossman were in the cage. Little Kyle eating it all up there. Of course, Demolition was there. But also Zeus. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. Zeus right there on the back. Got the cross-sell unboxing all these on the channel, of course. Series 14. Zeus, the human wrecking machine. No holds barred. Very, very cool. And of course, we did get from Grapplers and Gimmicks, we did get Kurt Fuller. And we do got a Kurt Fuller Regime figure coming eventually. And that'll go great with this Zeus figure. Can't wait for that day. We'll see what happens there. All right, diving in to one Zeus right here. See you later, goodbye. I wonder why they gave him the name Zeus. Usually people think of Zeus with like the long white beard and that kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Who knows? But shout out to Zeus, of course. What was he, like Gangster Z or something like that in WCW? That was a wild time, of course. Had to get him back over there. Get him ready to go. See you later, Baggy. Goodbye. Plastic Prison. Looking good. I already showed you the plastic. You wanted to see it twice. Somebody requested it. Said, show me that Zeus one more time. And one more time, if you could. But can I get Zeus out of the package here? He is locked down with twist ties. They don't want him going anywhere. And the shoe fits. Wear it, as we always say. Oh, come on, Zeus. Get out of this plastic prison here. We got to talk about you. We got to see you. We want to see what you really look like. That's what we want. There we go. Twist ties all over the place. Hopefully not my floor. See you later. Goodbye. Let's dive into Zeus right here. And we're going to start off with the 2 Fists of Fury, 2 splayed out hands, extra hand department. Out of the package, the classic hitchhiker hands from He-Man right there. But now we're diving into Zeus himself. And we get the big armor, I guess armor vest over the top here. Is this the same one we saw before in the Ultimates line? I'm not exactly sure if it's the exact same one. It kind of feels like it might be because it's so big on here. We do see a lot of reuse between some of the cloth goods you can do. And I guess this would go with this one as well. So if you want to mix it around, mix and match, you could maybe do that. But Zeus looking very good there. We got the Z on the side, of course, shaved into the side of his head. And it's funny is when I think about it, I always think of him having Z on both sides, but I think he only had one side, which is interesting. Got a beautiful dental plan going on, of course. Got that mustache, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Got those fiery eyebrows there, and he's got the crazy eyes that Zeus was known for, of course. Then, of course, Zeus, big body guy, of course, jacked up, ready to go. Got those steel bands on the side of his wristbands there. You got the Zeus down the side of the tights there. Of course, black and silver attack. A Raiders fan, probably along the way somewhere. Black boots as well with black knee pads. And you got the Zeus belt as well. So it's kind of like the weightlifting belt with the old Z. You got that going on for Zeus. So Zeus got a lot going on for him right here. There's a lot of going on here. Not bad. I don't know if it was desperately needed in the Superstars, but it makes sense. Might as well use the contract. We got it. Might as well use it. You can pair it up with your Hulkster figure if you want to. Of course, fits on a ringside stand. I do got a Hogan that's kind of like Rip, I guess, with the blue. So you can kind of reenact No Holds Barred. It's not just for the Ultimate line anymore. You can do it in the Superstars as well. We will walk through articulation over here with this one, Mr. Diesel, of course. But looking good. Zeus, for what it is, not my favorite Superstar, but I understand the method to the madness of getting this one out to us. And it works for this style of figure as well. So there's Zeus, but now we turn our attention over to Kevin Nash. Big Sexy, Oz, Diesel. Call him what you want, but he is Diesel here today. And we got him. He's running on diesel power right here. Looking good there in the package. Looking nice. Superstars logo. The usual song and dance. Includes soft goods gear. Eating up on this one. You 7-year-olds, get the heck out of here. You can't handle this. And it's crazy. I was like 2 years old handling He-Man figures as a kid. But I was... me as a 2-year-old was like an 8-year-old in this day and age, I think. Is probably how that works. And it's probably true, actually. Diesel power right there on the back, cross sell. What's it say? Big Daddy Cool, Jackknife Power Bomb, of course. Looking good, but let's get him out of the package here. Once again, nice beat up card. Perfect for an opener, as usual. Get him out. There it goes. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic Prison. Looking extra dangerous, of course. And we've had Razor Ramon. Heck, we even got a Chase edition of Razor Ramon. So we're getting some of these guys here. Almost makes me wonder if we're going to see a Shawn Michaels probably pretty soon in the Superstars line. Kind of feels like it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense. How cool would a Rockers one be of the Superstars line? If they had Marty Jannetty, man, they got to get Marty Jannetty. We need the Marty party. There's so many Martys we could get. Twist ties all over the carpet. Always a hard day. See you later. Goodbye. I would love to see that. The Rockers would be perfect in the Superstars line. Not to be though, as of right now, but you never know. Anything can happen in the WWE. We've heard that before, and anything can happen in the Mattel line too, I guess. So we'll see where that goes. Maybe at San Diego Comic-Con, but I'm not holding my breath for old Marty Party, but I would love to see it personally. I would love to see it because I think Triple H is just threatened by Marty Jannetty. Yes, it's true. Todd McFarlane's threatened by him. See you later. Goodbye. He thinks Shawn won't be his friend and help him out with NXT anymore if Marty comes back. He's like, Marty and I, we got things to do. We got some rats to find and stuff. I can't be working anymore. I think he's scared of that. He shouldn't be, but I think he is. Diving into the accessories on this one here. 2 Fists of Fury, 2 splayed out hands, of course. Right hand, got that Diesel glove. Ready to go. Ready to go. Much like my dad, wearing that glove. Whenever my dad... the doom to you. Whenever my dad and I would get in a fight together, we'd go to a bar or something, we'd be challenging somebody to pool, just looking for a fight, of course. And I would get everybody going and they're like, who's this little guy? And, me being like 6'1", 6'2", whatever I am with shoes on and stuff. People looking at me like, who's this little guy? Because he got his big bodyguard here and he's just got his glove on. And my dad being 6'8" and stuff. It was just wild times at the bars with dear old dad, just fighting people, fisting people. No, not that kind of fisting people. Fisting them right in the mouth, right in the teeth. You're going to get one too, Todd McFarlane. We're diving into this one right here. I got a little extra paint on Diesel on the forehead. That's never good. Luckily, it scrapes off with my nail. Also got a little bit of white in the beard there. A little booger sugar, could it be? I don't think so. I don't think so. But looking good here. You got the all black hair. You got the black goatee going on. Definitely a cartoon version of Kevin Nash, but definitely looks like Kevin Nash. You do get the sunglasses here. You got to have those for Big Daddy Cool, of course. But looking good. And of course, he is running on diesel power, as we know, because it says it right there on his shirt. So that's how you know for sure he's running on that. Got those patented Nash pants. You saw him in the Wolf Pack. We saw him many a times. You got the fringe down the side here, but all in black down to the black boots. He's got the hitchhiker hands out of the package like we're used to seeing right here. But it is a 2-in-1 figure. Going to be tough to decide which way to go here. I think I'm going to go with the shirt on. Not a huge fan of this one. Now, he is big, jacked up body here, but we got the white singlet over the top. I don't know. Something about that looks just very, very strange. Like, it looks like my wife's see-through bikini she wears around the pool sometimes. That's what it looks like there when she wears that white one. I'm like, Angie, you can't wear that white one. Everybody can see everything. But she's like, who cares? Nobody's offended. And I'm like, you never know. You never know in this day and age. I'm not offended personally, but does look a little strange here. So I think I'm going to keep his shirt on. I'm going to keep his shirt on. Got the white elbow going on over there, the elbow pad. You got the tattoos over here, nice and colorful tattoos on there. And that's about it. But arms do go all the way around, of course, as we know. Single jointed elbow, side to side. Hands removable back force, side to side. Head removable back force, side to side. Waist articulation. The big old splits there. Leg goes up for the boot. Single jointed knee, side to side. Ankles, back force, side to side, up and down. The usual Superstars articulation for him and Zeus with the same articulation as we know. Does fit on a ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle. Save 10%. There was never a doubt. There was never a doubt. But we do got Zeus here. I guess Hulkster, you can go to the back for a little bit. We got two of the big men from the Superstars line. Fun to get these ones here. Very anxious to see where the Superstar line goes. Like I said, I think Shawn Michaels might be coming in. I could see some of that. There's a lot of Shawn Michaels looks. He fits with some of this kind of stuff. Could see a lot more new gen talent in the future. We know we got the Ultimate Warrior around the corner. Can't wait for that one. Would love to see Demolition. Have to imagine they're going to make an appearance in the Superstars line. Mr. Fuji probably as well. There's still a lot of meat on bone on this line. I just wish, like everybody else out there, we're all preaching to the choir here. Todd, listen in. Feel free to sing along. We just wish these were easier to find at a more consistent basis. It's just very, very difficult, but that's not Mattel's fault. Mattel takes the order, and they get the order from Walmart. Walmart chooses how many cases they want, and then Mattel says, you sure you don't want more? And Walmart says, nope, we're good with this. And then Mattel says, okay, move it on. Mattel got paid. You got to remember that. Mattel got paid. Now it's Walmart's problem. It's their exclusive. So for good or bad, it is what it is. We should be complaining to Walmart. You need to buy more. You need to buy more. That's what the complaint should be. Because Mattel will make them as much as they want to order. Trust me, Mattel's in the business to make some money, but they're only going to be able to make whatever the order is, and the order is the order, as one may say. So there it is, another Superstars unboxing. What's your thoughts on these two? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. Of course, 2 YouTube channels to keep you busy. Also, Patreon memberships and YouTube channel memberships and Patreon. Check that out. Support the channel. Plenty of stuff to keep you busy as well over there. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Of course, my podcast every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, video cast on YouTube. My wife, who we were just talking about, joins us on there. Who knows what she'll be wearing? You never know, I guess. So we've learned that out the last couple of weeks on the channel. But check that out, of course, wherever podcasts are found. So for another Superstars unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?